So this is my latest fan kit to keep your helmet fog free.
What's different is that I've added a 5-volt PWM fan speed control with analog knob. So what that allows is for you to control the fan speed. If you power this directly, you're going to get the fan going full blast all the time unless you unplug it. In my previous one, I built it with a switch. It's an additional step. And then I also put a splitter in, another additional step. In this one, I've got a switch, a splitter, and I've got speed control. The big benefit of speed control is noise reduction. So I use 30 by 10 millimeter fans. They're the smallest available fans that work in helmets that I've been able to find, and they're not very noisy. But if you've got them going nonstop, it could get annoying. So that's why I decided to try out a speed adjuster. DC 5-volt PWM fan speed control with knob. It's a 2-wire. I've got power coming in. I'm using a 3.7 volt LiPo battery. That's lithium polymer. And then I have an extension that goes to a conversion board. This converts 3.7 volts into 5 volts. You can completely skip this voltage conversion, and you can just put 3.7 volts into this and it will work. It will speed your fans. It just won't be as high power as if you have 5 volts. So this version is the best case scenario, right? This is all you need. The only thing that I haven't done with this yet is put this sleeve over my voltage converter to protect the board and to protect the electronics. I will spray this board with a special spray to protect those. The nice thing is you can mount this inside, have this under your ear, be able to turn it on, turn it down, turn it off, whatever. So this is best case scenario. Now let me show you the minimalist scenario. 5-volt PWM fan speed control with knob, 2-wire, a single fan, and a battery. So these come with 2 wires hanging off, or you can get them with 0 wires. If you're going to use a 3.7 volt LiPo, you just use this. It's a wire with a JST PH 2.0 end on it, female. This works specifically with most 3.7 volt LiPo batteries. And I recommend this over a generic end because you want to make sure you don't mess it up when you plug it in. You want your polarity to always match so you don't burn out the boards. Something to consider with these types of things, some of them are made differently and you might find the wires swapped. And then plug them in the same like this, and the wires might not line up. Then if the wires are opposite, you risk frying your board. So verify that up front and correct it as necessary before plugging anything in. Keep that in mind. Polarity is important, and this will always ensure you can reconnect it with the correct polarity. Something that you need to make sure that you get correct when you start with these, because you want to be able to go at a lowest power setting sometimes to maybe keep the air moving, but the noise minimal. This thing here is called a potentiometer. You can also pull this off. I like this because it's lower profile. This potentiometer, and this is also a potentiometer. This is your starting voltage. When I turn it on, something you might notice, the fan is not spinning because I'm on the lowest setting. If I speed it up, it will start. But what you don't want to do is kind of keep this on and have it sending power to the fan and have it not spinning. So that's what this bad boy's for. So I'm going to turn it down to my lowest setting without turning it off. So I'm just barely on. And I'm going to take this potentiometer and I'm going to slowly torque it up until this thing starts. You can hear it chirping, starting to move. There we go. I'm going to pinch it up just a pinch more. And there we go. We've got our lowest start point. This way we get the most out of our potentiometer. So if you want it off, you can turn it off. But as soon as you turn it on, there's your lowest point and it starts spinning. And we turn it all the way up. And there we go. Check out the description for the parts list. So just an example of what it might look like. This is my next project to install a voice amp and fan in a Moff Gideon. So if I'm using my best case scenario option here, you can imagine that I could put this in something like over here. Plenty of space to hide this, probably in the ear chamber. Oh, that one's got the battery in it, so I'd actually probably swap it over to the other side and put my personal battery in this side since it already has a battery pack for the lights in here on that side. So put that in there. Easy to hide, but this would be the intent. Keep it down at the bottom, easy access. Turn these fans on, position them accordingly. And what I prefer to do is put this outwards, although it does risk getting in your hair, so consider that. But it does spin, so you don't want to glue this because otherwise you'll have your fan try and spin. What I like to do is I like to put Velcro on the back and then try it in different positions and then torque it. And then if you ever find a perfect position, you're like, I never want it to move again, then you can seal it down. But start with Velcro, that's a good way to go. All this stuff can tuck in. Stay tuned for my next video where I install this fan system and my latest amplifier system in a Moff Gideon helmet. How do you do your fans? Drop me a comment, like, subscribe. Take care. I'm out.